Okay, notice that. Oh, okay. So we need to. Okay, so there's one more thing that we need to add for impulse. Or actually, two more things: the sound effects and the icon that shows up when your ability levels up. Okay, so let's do that now. Okay, and this is in the animation manager. Okay, but the good thing is that it is actually the icon when you press the V key. So we can just use this. Okay, and let's change the name to level up underscore impulse. Okay, we'll just use an existing one. Okay, similar to how we created the ability orbs. We'll use this and we'll change it to the impulse version. Okay, so when your impulse ability levels up, this is what you will see. Okay, by the way, it's not easy to level up your ability. Okay, as you need to collect enough ability orbs or stars to gain enough experience for your abilities. Okay, animation manager. So over here, you change it to 4. And we'll drag and drop impulse to over here. Okay, and that should do it. Okay, so now if the icon shows up, the last thing that we need to do for impulse, okay, is to add the sound effects. Okay, because currently it is using the sound effect for fireball. Oh, okay, wait a second. Okay, let's see. Small, medium, large. Blue cross, small, medium, large. Okay. Okay, so there was a typo over there. Okay, where we accidentally changed the sprites for the mana regeneration. Okay, so if you are using impulse, especially in a enclosed area such as this, you have to be extremely careful that you do not get within the blast radius. Okay, how can I get it to bounce up? Okay, what if I do it from here? Interesting. Okay, so now the icon appears even though it wasn't so obvious. Hey Yoda, welcome to the White Sponge live stream. How's your day coming along? Oh, okay, that was close. Okay, so as you can see now, Impulse does more damage as it's level 2. So always try to improve your abilities if you can. Okay, as they will do the same, or they will do more damage for the same amount of mana. Okay, let's go with more mana regeneration, so we can do more testing for impulse. Okay, so notice that when I press the V key, now it shows impulse at level 2 and fireball at level 1. And now if I press the V key again, it shows all 3 abilities and their current levels. Okay, so the last thing that we need to do for impulse is to add the sound effects. Okay, but let's reset this and this. Okay, so for the sound effect, okay, first we have to add audio clips to the attack script itself. Okay, so for impulse there will be 2 sound effects that we will need. Okay, actually 3. So one will be played when you shoot the projectile for impulse. The second one will be played constantly whenever the projectile hits or bounces off a wall. Okay, and the last sound effect will be played when the blast happens. Okay, so we'll use the hit clip to play the sound effect for when you shoot the projectile for impulse. Okay, so we'll create a bounce clip and a animation clip. Okay, the bounce clip is for when the projectile hits a wall, and for the animation clip is for when the impulse animation blasts off. Okay, just let me grab a cup of water. hit clip. Okay, so actually the hit clip is played when the projectile hits an enemy. Okay, but that's for the other abilities. So for impulse, we will not do that. So over here we'll check if we'll check if the current ability is impulse. If it's not impulse, okay, as we do not want to play this when it hits an enemy. Okay, we'll play it when it hits a wall or when the impulse animation plays. Okay, so that means we do not need a bounce clip. We will just use a hit clip for when the impulse projectile hits a wall. Okay, so we'll do it over here. Okay, so before we get the sound effect files, okay, we'll add them to the script first and make them play in the script. Okay, bounces. Hey Kwaito, welcome to the White Sponge livestream. How's your day coming along? Okay, so currently we are going to add sound effects to the latest ability that we have just added to stars. Okay, so I'm going to put my tablet away for now, as we are going to concentrate on the sound effects. Okay, so when it bounces, when the projectile that you should not bounce and hits the wall, okay, it will play a sound effect. And when you shoot the projectile out from your character, it will also play a sound effect in the attack script. Over here. So okay, in your character, there are a number of sound effects that will be played. Okay, over here. So over here you can see the abilities clips. Okay, there are actually sound effect files that will be played according to which ability that you are currently using. Okay, so we'll add one for impulse. Okay, we'll increase the size to add one more slot for impulse. Okay, and lastly in the script, okay, we need to play another sound effect for when the animation blasts off. And so that will be at here, where the animation is played. Okay, so we'll play the animation clip. Okay, play the animation audio clip. Okay, when the animation for this ability plays. Okay, so now if we go to the object for the ability, which is over here, and we take a look at impulse, okay, we will see that there's a new animation clip over here. Okay, but it says none, okay, because we haven't added the sound effect file yet. Okay, and as you can see, it's currently using the fireball sound effect, which is not what we want. Okay, so now let's go to create the sound effects. Okay, even though I say create, we don't actually create, but we randomize the sound effects. Okay, so a good application that I sometimes use is BFXR, which generates random retro sound effects, and you can also edit the settings to create rather interesting sound effects. Okay, so let's stop the iTunes music for now, since we are going to make some sound effects. Okay, and that means I'm going to put on my headphone. Okay, let's reduce the volume over here as it can get rather loud. Okay, this isn't the only way I get sound effects. Sometimes I create realistic sound effects and mix them up with random retro sound effects to create more interesting sounds that you will hear in Stars. Okay, so the first sound effect that we will need is when you fire the impulse ability. Okay, but one thing we can do is, okay, music. I actually have a number of sound effects that have been generated, okay, the past few days. So we might find one that is suitable for impulse. Okay, just checking OBS. Okay, by the way, do let me know if the sound effects are too loud for the live stream. Okay, so I will reduce the volume on the desktop. Okay, this is suitable for the impulse animation, so let's copy it. Very quiet. Okay. Okay, thanks for letting me know. Okay, I'll turn it up to maybe 93 for the desktop audio. Okay, so the sound effect that we just happened to, that was mentioned just now, okay, was this. Okay, which is rather suitable for when the impulse animation is played. Okay, let me know if the volume is still too low for the desktop audio. Okay, music, sound effects, abilities. Okay, so we have a few files that we have created in the past. Okay, for the current existing abilities. Okay, so what we'll do here is, okay, we'll open up GarageBand first.